Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid as a Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years whilst earning only minimum wage. And in this video, I want to chat about why it is I want to encourage you to go through the suck now rather than later. So one of the sentiments I hear regularly when someone asks me how to become wealthy, could I teach them how to become wealthy? And I tell them what it is they have to do. They often come up with something like, I kind of like the idea of retiring early, but am I at risk of sacrificing my youth in order to do so? Because, there are things that I can do when I'm younger and enjoy better when I'm younger than I can do when I get older. Now, to some people, not the people who are members of the 10% Club, who, by the way, if you want more description about how to join the 10% Club, click the link in the description below. But some people who are outside that club membership often use it as an excuse for not taking action, for delaying action for some time in the future. Now, I do understand that if you're young, then you're under some pressure to conform and play the status game. Now, when you're young, you're on the very first rungs of ladder. You're going to work for the first time. You have no status at work. You're just starting that job. So you will have no status in a position in society either because you're still young. So there's an awful lot of pressure on you to conform and to rise up, to climb up that status ladder. And also there seems no rush to retire because you're so long. The entire vista of your life spreads out before you, and retirement is just something that's so far over the horizon, it's not worth considering now. I further understand that when you're young, it's very difficult to be different. Less of a problem when you get to established as I am. When I say established, I actually mean old, but I prefer the term established. It's much easier when you get to my age that you don't have to play that status game because some of my friends are so old they died. So I don't have to worry about comparing myself to others, but I understand when you're young, it takes a Herculean effort to be different from everybody else, to act outside the herd. So if you're feeling this tug of war inside you between, yes, it's a great idea to want to retire in 10 years' time, but all the things I need to do in order to do that is a struggle. So that's the tension that's caused within you. I want to ask yourself this question. Ask yourself, what would the 10-year-older me say to myself now in order to encourage me to do the stuff that is hard now? I think your future self would say something like, you did it. You did it. You got through the hardest times, the toughest of work. You forced through the suck. Those 10 years have flown by. Whilst times I know they felt like they were dragging, and in the darkest times were the worst, but you still forced through it. You still made the difference. You still were different. And look where you got to. Your life has massively changed because of the decisions and the work you took 10 years ago. Look at what you've done. Look at where you are. Look around you. Look at the contrast between you and your so-called equals, your peers, your friends. There is a massive difference. And I, your future self, want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for making those tough decisions, for doing that hard work, and for getting to where you are today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, as an alternative to the appreciation that you're getting from your future self, you have a choice, of course. You can put it off for another 10 years. You can kick the can down the road a bit further. Then all you'll be is 10 years older, and what happens when you're 10 years older is all the hard work becomes even harder. How do I know? Because that's what I did. That's how I arrived at age 57 with no money in the bank, £10,000 of credit card debt, and still working behind a bar on minimum wage. I mean, what sort of loser was I? So I'm not the perfect role model for that, but I'm hoping the role model the person I've become has become a role model for you. Don't be like the old me. You want to be like the new me, because it just gets harder the longer you leave it. So today I'm asking on behalf of your future self, who would like to thank you in advance for the actions you're going to take. I'd like to encourage you to take those actions and not kick the can down the road for like 10 years, but to do something about it today. Do something about it today so that your 10-year-older self can be proud of you. Don't be stupid and don't be normal, guys.